Well, here we are. We're back again. We're here to talk about Marvel's Avengers. Let's go. Welcome back to the YouTube channel. Welcome back, everyone. So here we are. We're continuing our story. This time we find ourselves at this point in the story, Tony Stark has gotten back involved, with being a part of the whole, reassembling process.
All right. Now that is more like it. Don't it look amazing, Jarvis? Take my picture.
Well done, sir.
He wants to get the Chimera back up in the air, and the only way to do that is to get some special fuel for it. So then you play a couple of missions as Iron Man while, wandering around the tower, and then you play as Kamala Khan and Hulk for a brief period of time to search for this fuel as well. In my hour or so of playtime during this, I have to say I was more frustrated than anything in having to play as Iron Man. First of all, wandering around the Chimera, trying to do tasks, trying to learn how the game works. I understand the game is trying to teach me how to put things together for the future, but I don't know, in a way, I don't know, it feels a little backwards to me. It just feels a little wrong. It just doesn't flow quite naturally. The character, Tony Stark isn't particularly fun to control. I don't know, it feels off. Like, not to mention, like, agents just keep showing up randomly at the site. I don't know if I missed something in the dialogue about them, just showing up at random times, but essentially these are going to be vendors, obviously, for the helicarrier, the Chimera. I can kind of start to see where the Destiny cloning is starting to kind of come into play. I have to say, playing this game by yourself at times is almost impossible, and it's just not even fun. When Tony Stark is trying to break into the AIM facility to steal the fuel or get the fuel back that you need, there's a part in it, I don't know, it just felt kind of weird. Whenever you break into the facility, it's set to self-destruct. So you have to kind of like go around and break all of these like canisters of reactor fuel or something like that. And I had to do that part like 4 or 5 times just because I kept dying. Like, I had to dodge. It was craziness. I was getting shot at from all kinds of different places. And I don't know, like, I don't even know if you're able to play with people at that point in time in the game. But I really struggled. My companions are supposed to be in a different place and doing something else, so I don't think I would be able to have companions with me, so I shouldn't be able to have other people play with me in that mission, right? I don't know, I was confused as to why it was so difficult. It was like playing on ultra hard mode for that, one section of the game. The flight controls really are a turnoff for me, and I get, there's not really an easy way to try and make Iron Man a controllable character, but man, these flight controls are just kind of cumbersome more than anything. Like, I was flying in midair when I wanted to just run. There's not really a running feature. Like, you can't sprint. Like, you can just kind of jog as Iron Man. If you try and sprint like every other character, like, he just starts to fly, like to hover. I don't know. He doesn't feel particularly fun to control, which is a problem in my opinion. I just wasn't crazy about the whole Iron Man bits. Nolan North was growing on me more as Iron Man. I actually buy that he's Tony Stark. He's doing a good job. But I don't know, this last play session was just really, really weird to me. Kamala Khan is by and far the best part of this game so far in my, 3-4 hours of playtime. Kamala and Bruce end up finding Hank Pym, a.k.a. Ant-Man. And we find out that he's the one that has, a lot of this fuel that you need to take to the Chimera. So naturally, that's where I ended up stopping, was, around that time. But all that took me about an hour. It took me about 25 minutes to get through that part, with the Iron Man part. Being in the Hulkbuster was cool but disappointing at the same time because you can't really fly. All you can do is just like jump, which was kind of annoying because at one point what actually got me past the point of being able to actually play, like the hard part basically was getting in the Hulkbuster and just kind of like jumping from platform to platform, just kind of like laying waste to everything in my path. But still, it just didn't feel right. It felt off. Overall, I could say, with this particular play session, I was more annoyed than had fun, and there was a point in time, especially playing as Kamala, fighting the new bad guys with the new weapons or whatever. I just felt like, okay, like this game is clearly a little half-baked. And it's understandable, after playing this game for another hour, it's starting to show why it might be half-baked, and the annoyances are already kind of creeping in. Why do we have to have vendors? Why does this game have to be like Destiny? I don't understand that. I don't understand why we couldn't have had auxiliary objectives to do without making it feel exactly like Destiny. There's literally a cosmetic vendor. There's literally basically a side quest vendor. I don't know. It just, to put that in your campaign when it's not really necessary, I feel like those elements could have been introduced after the campaign. I don't know. It just kind of seemed it's just off-putting. I'm not going to lie. That's how it feels to me, is it's just off-putting. They're really trying to just sell you on the whole cosmetics side of things, and I don't know, I'm just not really here for it. I mean, the Hulk skin that I bought with the credits that I had from the game, that's pretty rad. But other than that, I mean, Hulk looked like an idiot, so I had to change the way he looked. Yeah, as of right now, I mean, I'm definitely going to continue to see where this game goes, but after this particular, for this diary session, whatever you want to call it, yeah, I mean, I'm going to keep playing, obviously, and getting more footage and continuing my review of this game. But yeah, I mean, I'm not going to lie, I felt more irritated than anything in this hour. So if you can relate to anything I just said, let me know in the comments down below, and definitely check out the next part of this series so that you can see, how I feel about the game moving forward. The goal is to go through all of the expansions and hopefully have this entire thing out before Black Panther, before that DLC drops. So, I don't know. We'll see. But until next time, thank you so much for watching. Check this out. Well, whatever possessed you to check out any of the content that you saw today, I just want to say thank you so much for doing so. If you check the description down below, you'll see that there's a variety of different projects that I'm associated with. This is Wannabe Critic Productions after all. So, I just wanted to say, if you enjoyed what you saw today, consider giving some of those other projects a chance as well. There's a lot of stuff that I'm a part of that I do. If you were here for me or for someone else that you saw today, again, just thank you for checking it out, and I hope to see you again. But until next time, I'm Gabriel Fast, and I'll always be the Wannabe Critic.